Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and welcome to number 1 of my wedding week, and I'll be bringing you a tutorial every day for the next 7 days, which will be all wedding themed. So today we are going to make some little favour bags, but we're going to make 2 because we're going to do them in a bride and groom kind of style. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of whisper white and a piece of basic black, and I've already done the basic black just to save time because you're going to score them and cut them in exactly the same way, and they need to measure 9 1/4 by 5 inches. Okay, and then we just need to do a little bit of scoring on them, both exactly the same. So on the long side you want to score it at 3 inches, 4 1/2 inches, 7 1/2 and 9. Okay, turn it to the short and you just want to score it at 3 1/2. So you'll end up with that. Okay, dead easy. So that's that done. So we'll just quickly fold and burnish it. Oh, I've missed a score line, as I always do. I'll cut it first and then we'll put it back in. So you want to remove this tiny little rectangle along the bottom. I'm just going to take a little piece off there, and then you want to cut up the side of this little square here. Sorry if you can hear screaming and stuff, I've got my bedroom window open because my craft room's in my bedroom. It's really warm today. So just cut up there and cut up here. So you'll end up with that. Okay, so take the scoreboard, because I forgot, and you want to put it in, and just where you've got the 3, you've got to start of a score line at 3 to 4 1/2. We need to score in the middle of that, which will be 3 3/4, and just go down to about the 3 or 2 3/4 on that side. Then I'm going to line this up with a whole number, which is number 6, happens to be 6 inches, 6 3/4, go down. Alright, so you've got 2 of them like that, and then we're just going to take a ruler and we're just going to put a triangle score in each side just to help the little bag close better, that's all. As I've done with this one here. Okay, so just line it up with your ruler and just score from the corner to the little score line just to make a triangle. Dead easy. Right, and they will fold the opposite way, these ones. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the bride, like the bride style first, so it'll just go together like that. So what I've got is I've cut out a heart from the Sweet and Sassy framelits, and it's the largest heart that you get. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, I think we'll actually cut it to shape first. So when the bag goes together, the bag will go together. We might have to stick it together first. I didn't really want to because I'm just going to try and judge it if I can. What you need to do is we need to line it up where the heart is just touching, so you can't see any of the bag bit underneath. Alright, so it's about there. Okay, and no, I think what we'll do is we'll just emboss it first and we'll stick it on after. So I'm just going to put my embossing buddy on it, and this is just to give the effect of the wedding dress. And I've got the stamp set, which is Fallen Flowers, and I'm using this flourish here. I've got silver embossing powder and some Versamark, and I'm just going to stamp this pretty stamp on the heart, and we will be cutting some of it away, which is why you could stick it on first and then heat emboss it after, but it doesn't really matter, so just make sure it's covered. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this onto the heart. Okay, I think that's covered it all, and a little bit more. Let's put some there. And just a bit on the top here. There we go, I'm happy with that. So we are going to put some silver powder over it. Of course, you can use any powder you want. You could use clear, white, gold, whatever you want. Just make sure it's all covered. That's it, looks good. And there's just a couple of little bits that I just want to get off there. Just a little brush. Powder on the, get that off later. Okay, so we're going to heat set this, and I've got some tweezers just to hold it. A couple of bits there as well. And I've also got my heat tool, and I've got myself a nice fancy new Stampin' Up! One. So we're going to heat set this. I'm just going to let the heat tool heat up for a little bit. Oh, I think this one's a little bit quieter actually, because my other one I think was really loud. Okay, so I'm just going to heat set the heart. There we go. And this has got two heat settings actually. It's got one if you want to dry like ink, and it's got another one for your heat embossing. So there is our beautiful embossed heart, which looks gorgeous. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is, like I said, it's going to get stuck on like that, so we're going to be cutting this much away. And what I wanted to do was with some of these basic jewels, the pearls, I wanted to create like a little necklace effect, because these ones here are all stuck together. So, and you would really need to do this before you stick the bag together, otherwise it's going to be too tricky. So I've peeled that off. I'm just going to open this bag because I know my heart is going to be ending up about there. Alright, so what I want to do is take the bag, and I know that I want like the necklace like this to be a pearl necklace to kind of go, you know, round like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt to stick this where I think roughly the middle would be. So I'm going to pop it there like that, and then I'm just going to try and go for it really. So I wanted something, maybe should have stuck it a little bit further along to the left. So I think about there. I'm just checking that I'm going to have enough. Yeah, I will if I stick it like there. It's not straight, is it? It's just getting it right, I suppose, which is the tricky bit. It's getting it like in that, you know, natural necklace shape, which might be quite hard. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll stick that like that, and then I'm going to trim it a bit, just to kind of make it a bit easier, I hope. And just kind of push it to shape. Just play around with it until you think you've got it right, which it doesn't look too bad, that does it really. So that's going to be the little necklace. So we can actually pop this together now. So we want some Tombow just down here, or tape, whatever you want to use. And then it will just meet like that. Okay, there's our sweet little bag, and I might just adjust that a bit more actually, because I'm not really happy with it. Anyway, you know what I mean, you get the idea. You'll have more time to do yours than mine. So they're going to go on there. That's going to go there. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the tabs. Stick that to there. And then some on here. press the one folder in to make sure it's stuck. Okay, so there's the little bag. Now the heart, all I'm going to do is just literally get it to where I want it. Now you could draw a pencil round, or you could attach it with, you know, some snail, but I'm just going to keep a hold of mine. Okay. I've just moved it, so line it back up because I've moved it up to there, and I'm going to cut the bottom and then the side. And then that's the effect that you're wanting to create, which is giving the effect of like the bride's dress. And I'm definitely going to have to adjust that necklace because I'm not happy. But what we'll do is we'll stick this on. I'll adjust it for the pictures, so, but like I say, you'll have more time to get yours straight. So just stick your little heart, what you've got left of your heart, on the front of the little bag. That looks gorgeous, especially when I get the necklace straight. I think it's going to look really, really pretty. And then we want to pop some little holes in for our handle, which really, I suppose I should have done the handle first. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to stick that on again after I've done the handle. So I've got a 1/8 of an inch circle punch, and I'm just going to pop a little handle there and a one there just for the handle. I've got some of this gorgeous sheer whisper white ribbon, so I'm just going to pop some in there. Just cut some off to pop some in there, just to create our little handles. I don't want them too long, about there I think. So I'm just going to tie them in a knot. Just trim that off. And then the same for this one. Just tie in a knot. Okay, sorry about that everyone, the camera just seemed to cut off without us realising, but I just stuck another little ribbon on for the handle, and then I've managed to get the pearls on a little bit evenly, so you just got to have a bit of a play around with them. Or you could cut like a, I don't know, say a 1.5 inch circle, just lightly attach it and then just stick the pearls around that, and that would get your virtually get them on perfect. So that's that, which I think looks really, really nice. And then the man's bag, the same, I've done exactly the same to this as what I did to the Whisper White. And then what I've got is a little, if I can get it, a 2 inch by 2.5 inch piece of Whisper White. And all I'm going to do is get a ruler and a pencil, and what I'm going to do is mark, we know it's 2 inches wide, so with my ruler I'm just going to mark the bottom at 1 inch, which I know will be the halfway point. So 1 inch is there. It's my little pencil mark, and I'm just going to draw a line with the pencil from here to the top corner, and I'm just going to cut this out with my scissors, okay, like that. And I'm just going to cut this out, just follow the line. You could do it on your trimmer, just like that, and then the same here. And if there's any little pencil marks, you can just rub them out, because that is going to get stuck just here on our little bag to create the kind of shirt and tie effect. So I'm actually going to stick this on first, so I'll get a bit of Tombow on the back. And then I'm just going to stick this in the middle. Get it as much in the middle as I can. Excuse me. Which that looks okay to me, so stick that down. Alright, and then I'm going to take some of these pearls that I used for the lady's dress, and I'm just going to put 3 on here. So I'm going to put 1 here, I'm going to put 1 at the top, and then I'm going to pop 1 in the middle, which looks about right. There we go, gorgeous, so sweet, I really like that. Then again, we're going to take our glue, we're going to pop our little box together, just the same way we did before. It should match up there. Stick that together. Okay, and then we're going to pop, oh, hasn't stuck properly yet. And then I'm just going to pop some Tombow onto these 2 little tabs here. Stick that there. And some on here. Then I've got the same hole punch, and I'm just going to punch a hole in. Oh, it won't go through because of the extra card, I think. No, it's because I'm trying to punch it through there. Hole in here, and a hole in here, just either side of the little button. Okay, never mind about that bit. And then I've got the same ribbon. I'm just going to do the same as what I did before, just pop it through. If I can get a hold of it, that is. Just tie a little knot. just like that, and trim them off. Same again. I love these, really, really love them, and you know, you could sit and make them for your own wedding, and I just think they would be absolutely fantastic. And then you can just, you know, give them to the guests. You could put some nice little chocolates in, or whatever you want to put in them, and I think they would be over the moon with them. Just check they're roughly the same length. That one's a little bit smaller, but never mind. That's better. And just trim them off. And there we go. How sweet, and actually rather elegant as well they are, and they're just so easy to make, so cute. I love them. So I hope you've enjoyed the first tutorial of Wedding Week. I will be back again tomorrow with number 2, and all the info for these will be on my blog if you need the measurements again, etc. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll be back again tomorrow. So bye for now.